What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so today's video, you guys, it says Kim Kardashian leaks Kanye West's condition that made her vomit. Now, vomit is a little over the top. That's a little OD. But it said that he do smell. And she think it come from him and them freak offs with Diddy and some other things he's done. But we're gonna check it out.
Kim Kardashian is finally opening up about her relationship with Kanye West, and child, our good sis was going through it at the time. Kanye has been getting exposed left and right in the past couple of weeks, and he just got exposed for having a really bad condition that made him stink. If that's not crazy enough, the streets are saying that the reason Kanye has this alleged condition is that he was sleeping around. And not just sleeping around with women, the streets are saying that he was allegedly involved with Diddy's freak-offs. So does this mean that Kanye caught something from his shenanigans?
Wow.
And how on earth did Kim manage to endure for so long?
Could be, bro. Could be. I mean, I know. Well, hey, but them when they say freak offs, they really meant freak offs, bro. They say them freak offs. Diddy had it set up to where after the freak offs, people had to get IVs in their arm to get back right, bro. That's crazy. You freak off a couple of days, then you gotta get IV in your arm to get yourself back together.
Break this
That's
down.
Crazy.
Now, some of Kanye's diehard fans have been clapping back at this and saying that Kim is just a bitter ex who is trying to pull Kanye down. They're trying to paint her as the jealous ex-wife who is trying to paint her baby daddy as what he is not. But the thing is, even his current wife Bianca has said the same thing. And she made those comments back in 2023 when things were still good between them. I know that things are kind of messy between them right now, and there are rumors of them possibly getting a divorce. So does Kanye's alleged condition have anything to do with it? Well, maybe, maybe not. But what we do know is that back in 2023, Bianca confided in some of her friends that Kanye allegedly had a condition that made him stink. According to a source, it's a serious stench when the layers come off and he's dripping in sweat head to toe, especially as he's not big on showering and poor Bianca's nostrils are on the receiving end. So how exactly did Kanye get like this? Well, the streets are saying that it's because he allegedly has a condition from sleeping around. And one thing about Kanye, he has been sleeping around for a long time. But for some reason, his shenanigans just seem to fly under the radar. For example, did y'all know that he cheated on Kim when she was newly postpartum from giving birth to their son, Saint? He spilled this himself in a song, but for some reason, it flew over a lot of people's heads. Either that or his diehard fans just didn't care. Anyways, if he cheated on Kim after she had just given birth to their child, then chances are high that he probably cheated on her other times. Oh, and don't even get me started on the SA allegations that he has faced. For example, an aspiring singer, Nike Heaton, claimed that Kanye and Diddy allegedly came alarmingly close to SAing her. I don't know if y'all remember this, but Nike made waves a few years ago with her music and online presence. So when word got out to her that Kanye West was interested in collaborating, she was over the moon. But the situation quickly took a disturbing turn. When she showed up at the studio with her manager, she wasn't expecting Diddy to be there, nor was she prepared for the sight of 9 other women already present. The vibe immediately fell off. According to Nike, both she and her manager were handed drinks that had allegedly been spiked.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I knew that there was something wrong, basically. And I was standing there pretending to sip this drink, and my manager was sitting across from me. And I see her across the room holding her drink. And it was weird because I noticed as I was standing there just like wondering what's going on, Diddy kept looking at me and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. Yeah. I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink, and like I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. And all of a sudden I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their and there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me. And I'm standing pretty close to it. And I realize all of a sudden that Kanye and Diddy have realized that I'm the only girl in the room. And they're like, fuck out of their minds. And they start coming towards me, and they're like, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine. I'm fine like this. And they're like, come on, like, it's just us. Like, we're all just friends. Like, let us just, like, see, like, how you look. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And, like, I still haven't gotten scared yet, you know? Like, I'm still, like, this is a bad situation. I'm creeped out, but, like, there's no reason to panic. There's other men here. Yeah, so they're coming towards me, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. I don't know where my manager is. I don't know where anyone is. And they're coming towards me more, and they're trying to, like, take my clothes off. And I'm like at that point where I'm like, this is not good, but I'm like still trying to like play it off. Just like, stop, you guys are stupid. Like, get out of here. Like, don't touch me.
Wow.
Like a little bit scared.
You need to be a lot of bit scared.
My
Not a little bit.
Okay, no, it's back. Okay, so let me just get to the point. So they start trying, like, they're like pawing at me. Like, they're both drunk, probably on something else. And I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I'm pretty much like backed up against the wall. Like, there's only one exit, and I'm pressed up against this door. And I'm still not completely terrified yet, but I'm like, you guys stop. Like, stop. And they're getting to the point where they have like ripped my shirt off. And like, I'm like almost fully exposed at this point, and they're both coming at me, and I'm like, you guys, like, seriously, this isn't funny.
His former assistant, Lauren Pashada,
That's crazy.
also claimed that Kanye allegedly SA'd her after spending weeks allegedly making her uncomfortable with his actions. According to reports, Lauren was primarily supporting herself via an OnlyFans profile in 2021 when she met West. She says he hired her to work on the first season of his Yeezy women's fashion line, and they ended up collaborating on 3 tracks from his Donda album. Pashada does not have any formal credits on the record, however. West subsequently hired Pashada as his personal assistant with an annual salary of $1 million on the condition that she was available 24/7. She says she agreed to the terms. However, it didn't take long for Kanye to start acting out towards her, and it got to the point where he would send her some seriously inappropriate text messages. According to reports, after she closed the account, she claims she was bombarded with explicit text messages from West, including adult videos. Pashada also claims he masturbated while talking to her on the phone, and that on one occasion, he pleasured himself in front of her after trapping her in a private room on his plane. She claimed that he would say stuff like, see, my problem is I be wanting to F, but then after I F, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been F'd while I'm F'ing them. Then I want her to cheat on me. He would apparently go on to describe his intimate fantasies with vulgar language. Another time, she claimed that he texted her saying, is my D racist? It is. This effing is D of mine. I am going to beat this D for being effing racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black behinds and beat the ish out of my D, beating the ish out of his big black C. The wild part about this is that fans weren't exactly shocked because it was exactly the sort of unhinged thing that Kanye would say. But things got weirder when Lauren updated her lawsuit to include allegations of SA. According to reports, Pashada says she and her former artist management client, whose name is not in the lawsuit, were invited by Ye to the session he co-hosted with Diddy. According to the lawsuit, soon after they arrived, drinks were served to her and others in attendance, followed by an announcement that everybody had to drink if they wanted to stay. Pashada says she drank, but after a few small sips of the beverage, poured at the direction of Kanye West, aka Ye, by a studio assistant, and then served to her by Kanye West, plaintiff suddenly started to feel disoriented. Pashada says she woke up the next day remembering almost nothing of what took place at the alleged studio session and felt immense shame and embarrassment. TMZ reported that Pashada says years later, while working with Kanye, she claims West brought up the night in question, saying they did hook up and proceeding to provide further details of the alleged incident. Before Kanye allegedly provided those details, Lauren says she thought she simply got roofied and embarrassed herself at a work function. The legal document went on to say that after Pashada allegedly told West she had no memory of the studio session, West laughed and told her that women love to say they don't remember. Up until that very point, right before that very conversation, plaintiff was unaware that she had been subjected to gender violence and sexual battery on that studio night by Kanye West, aka Ye. That's not all, because she also claimed that he allegedly tried to SA her on another occasion. According to the court documents, in July 2021, during an album workshop at the St. Regis Hotel in San Francisco, West aggressively pounded on her hotel room door at 6 a.m., woke her up, forced his way into her room, and said he needed to use her shower because his was out of order. Pashada alleges that West later approached her and dropped his towel before he attempted to forcefully thrust his naked body onto and into plaintiff's face, and ignored her pleas to stop. Per the complaint, West swiftly left after saying sorry and went about his day as normal. At this point, it's not surprising that Kanye is friends with Diddy. Birds of a feather and all that stuff. And speaking of Diddy, there are rumors that Kanye was allegedly involved in the freak-offs. He even hinted at this on his Twitter rant a couple of weeks ago when he said, "You bees were not SA'd. Pardon me, let me put this in yay all caps. You Me Too bees did not get SA'd. You extorted ninjas. Ninjas means men, bees means bees." He also said, "Trump, please free my brother Puff. Free Puff. Puff, we love you. I stood up for Puff and I'm still winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl." He also said, "My support of Puff is completely selfish. I need to find whoever been trying to out black moguls. I just found out that Puff is not allowed to make or collect money while he's locked up, so I'ma send his half of the money to Justin. Puff got me too, so did I. Free Puff. Did Puff get me too because of the fighting or because of the money? I never seen a broke ninja get me too." What did he mean when he said he got me too? Is that confirmation that he was involved with the shenanigans?
Wow.
Well, fans seem to think so. Things got even wilder when a woman came out to claim that Kanye West had taken a page out of Diddy's book and was allegedly throwing freak-offs with Bianca. And from what she said, it kind of sounded like Kanye used to be heavily involved with Diddy's freak-offs.
Okay, so I do have Kanye and his wife tea. This has been brewing for the past couple of years. There's no reason for me to bring it out except for this. I do feel like I could let you guys know into the situation that's happening. So Kanye pays P-stars, men with large black this to F his wife, and I have proof. Okay, so
Damn.
I have in the past F'd, like made a video with this man, this P-star who has a large black schlong, okay? I've made a video with him. So one day I get this text. You can read it, okay? Here's my text with Kanye's private jet guy. And also, this is what I put on my close friend's story at this time. Kanye likes to watch other men F his wife and other girls.
Chow, a hot mess, and given his shenanigans as well as how he reportedly sleeps around, it's not exactly surprising that he would allegedly have a condition that makes him stink, and that to his reported poor hygiene, and I think y'all get the point. Anywho, I want to know what y'all think about this, so drop.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That is downright disgraceful. First of all, what type of guy get off by watching somebody beat their wife down? Bro, that's crazy, boy. And it say he stink up. Ain't no, bro. If you that stink, it's something seriously going on, bro. Something very seriously going on. And now I kind of see why Kim got out of there. And Bianca got out of there. And Kanye gonna be Kanye. I know people like sex, bro. Sex with your partner is good or whatever, but this is a whole nother level right here what Kanye is on. Him and Diddy, they are demons, bro. They need to be baptized, born again, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, rebaptized, about 3 more baptisms, and then sanctified, and then another baptism. Bro, they need some prayer.